Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at BTC on a 3D basis, and at the same time, we'll take a look at BTC in terms of Elliott wave analysis regarding what type of price action we could get over the next a few weeks or even few months going into a Q2, or the second half of 2023 and all that good stuff, right? So first thing first, let's take a look at BTC in terms of indicators, right, on our 3D basis, right? So the first indicator we will talk about is going to be our 3D MACD. So we've been following our 3D MACD over the last few months, and what we've been saying is like whenever we get a positive MACD, right, most of the time, okay, not all the time, but it is going to be pretty hard to get a massive dump, okay? So if you take a look at it right here, since like the top back in November 2021, we've been following what the 3D MACD. As soon as we get our price action to close right and open below the open and close below the 3D 21 EMA with a negative MACD, we said, guys, we're going to be going down right here back in Q1 2022. That's exactly what we said right here. As soon as we get our negative momentum, we said, guys, it is time to pack our bags because we could be going much lower and all that good stuff. You can see the negative rejection we got right there back in June, right? That's when we got the big dump all the way down to the 21k plus minus 10% and all that good stuff, right? So we got another dump right here, but it wasn't a big dump from 21k, just about 21k all the way down to like 15.6 and all that good stuff with a negative MACD. Okay, so that's why I've been saying like unless we get a negative MACD on our 3D basis, right, price action will not see some massive dump. Could we pull back down to retest our 3D 21 EMA, weekly 21 EMA down the road? That's possible, but I don't see us in the short to medium term BTC. Okay, I don't see us breaking below the 17.5, 16.5, 15.5 and all that good stuff. Okay, so just to get that bullishness right out the way, or the bearishness out the way, because most bears are gone fishing right now. So I don't see any bears. I mean, I'm seeing bears in the market, but what I'm saying is like I don't think bears are strong enough, right, to reverse the price within the next like a few days or even like a few weeks, right? So now let's take a look at BTC in terms of RSI. When we take a look at our RSI, we've been following our trend line, these trend lines, okay? Right there back in November, we broke below it. You can see what happened. Our price action dumped massively after we broke below the RSI trend line support. Take a look at it right here. Q2 2022, as soon as we broke below our trend line support, bang, we dumped massively. Right here, you can see like August, okay? That was the August move right there. We did have a small trend line support. We broke below it. We dumped massively to retest the bottom. Just about like November capitulation. We broke below the trend line support. We dumped massively. As of now, we do not have any sort of like a bearishness in terms of like a trend lines, right? Yes, you could draw the trend line like that. Let's take a look at it. Okay, you could draw it like that, but we got still plenty of time, okay, to get back to the trend line support. That's why I'm saying like any dumps, right, could get bought up very quickly by the bulls. Once again, I'm not saying BTC will shoot up like a 50k, 60k, 100k and all that good stuff. I do not expect anything higher than 50k this year, right? But we will see. Okay, we will basically reassess as we go. Okay, so now we talk about BTC in terms of MACD. We talk about BTC in terms of RSI. They both bullish, even though our 3D RSI, it is still overextended. You just don't know how long it'll take for the price action to build a negative momentum, because we could still be in this range. I'm not talking about like 15-second charts, 1-minute charts and all that good stuff. I'm talking about the 3D time frame, right? So it could take like a few weeks to build up a negative momentum, right? So you take a look at what happened right here back in 2020. We did have a massive consolidation in terms of RSI. When did we started it? November 2020. That's when we picked, right? But take a look at the massive divergence. Price action was right around like 18k, right? We didn't even break all-time high when we started the divergence. And take a look at it. Sucker pump like 200% after we picked somewhere around like a 90 on the 3D RSI. So we just have to be very cautious regarding like these divergences. Just because we got a divergence doesn't mean like price action will reverse right away. Okay, so another example is right here back in 2019. So if you did not trade BTC back in 2019, you might not understand exactly what I'm saying, because I was extremely bullish right here back in 2019 when BTC was right around like a 5K. You can see we started our agglomeration right there in terms of RSI. Take a look at the price action, pump like massively another 200%. Okay, once again, I'm not saying we will pump 200% from 24K, 25K, but all I'm saying is bears, okay, just have to be cautious or gone fishing. All right, just be very, very cautious, being extremely bearish after BTC is down like more than 70% and all that good stuff. Right, so now let's take a look at BTC in terms of Elliott wave and all that good stuff. Right, so when we take a look at BTC in terms of Elliott wave, what we've been saying is like, we do have a 5-way structure. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So in terms of a count, right, if you want to count it, I like to use letters when I'm counting for a correction, you see. However, if I'm counting for an impulsive move, right, I like to count what? I like to use numbers. For instance, if I'm counting the bull market move, right, started back in 2018, I like to do this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we completed our 5-wave structure. Now we were correcting actually. Okay, so whenever we get a 5-way structure, the best thing to do, either way, I mean, it doesn't matter to the upside or to the downside. If you're looking for, let's say, an impulsive move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or you're looking for a corrective move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, W, X, Y, X, Z, okay, it is still 5-way structure. You want to see, right, a divergence between your wave 3 and wave 5, right, which is W, X, Y, X, Z. Okay, so if you take a look at BTC, what do we have? We do have a 5-way structure in terms of letters, right? And we do have what? A divergence between our Y and Z, okay, which is 3 and 5. Okay, if you want to look at it in terms of numbers, right, for Leroy. So after a divergence, okay, let me show you the divergence on a weekly basis. Okay, you got your divergence on the weekly right there, right? And you got another divergence right there in terms of RSI. Hopefully you guys can see it, right? If you're watching on your phone, it might not be clear enough, right? But you get the concept, right? So after a divergence, most of the time, guys, you want to look for what? A reversal. Sometimes you don't know how deep your divergence is going to be, right? That's the only problem with these reversal patterns, right? So you could, for instance, the divergence right here for BTC, right, could have dropped all the way down to like 12K, 13K, right? But we just didn't know, right? But since we got a big pushback up above the weekly 21 EMA, we can just say the correction is done, right? 80 to 85% done, and we're going to be looking for what? A move all the way up to some, bigger prices and all that good stuff, right? So my resistance, once again, it is going to be the monthly 21 EMA. Let's take a look at BTC on the monthly. The resistance I'm looking for regarding BTC within the next like a few weeks going to be the monthly 21 EMA, just about like a 27, 28K. Okay, we do have a temporary price resistance at 25K, so we cannot basically get to 28K unless we break 25K, right? So those are the only two prices I'm going to be looking for, within the next like a few weeks. If we break above the monthly 21 EMA, I'm going to be looking for the 50% pullback to a 0.618 pullback, but that's going to be a total different analysis. Not sure if we're going to be breaking out above the monthly 21 EMA, so just got to be level-headed, right, and not not be too bullish, right? Without without bulls breaking out above the monthly 21 EMA and all that good stuff. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. That's all I wanted to cover for today. By the way, it is February 2nd, 2023, and all that good stuff, right, guys? Thanks a lot for watching.